One stigma that college students have over the summer is that there is nothing to do in Brookings. Well, I'm here to tell you that is simply not true. Here today, I have Kaitlyn Luebbert, Director of Programming and Special Events with the Brookings Area Chamber of Commerce, and Laura Schoen Carbonneau, Executive Director for Visit Brookings. They're both in the same building, located right on 6th Street, and they're here today to tell you about what actually goes on in Brookings over the summer. Thanks for being here today.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
So I know that there are all kinds of special events that happen in Brookings, but let's touch on some of the businesses or parks or different things where students can visit not only in the summer but all year round.
Yeah, sure. I will just talk about the downtown district a little bit. So there are tons of different retail shops. If you're looking for some new home decor, you can check out Pask or some cute gift shops like Honeycomb Gifts. There's also different antique shops. Threads of Memory comes to mind. So lots of shopping opportunities. You can go wander, browse. Downtown area is very walkable, so you can just browse the sidewalks, go from building to building. Super fun. You can also find different restaurants down there. Obviously we have Cubby's, right? That's super popular. But you can also find different breweries down there. Wooden Legs is awesome if you're looking for some pizza and some craft beer. We've also got Eponymous Brewing, which is a little bit newer compared to Wooden Legs. This year, brand new, we have Mosaic Wine Bar, which is super great. Kaitlyn is a local around here. Her and her fiance Nathaniel own that, so they've done really awesome things. And then you obviously have Cool Beans Coffee Shop right next door, so you can't really beat that. Iced coffee and pastries.
You know, one of the fun things that I think of when I think of Brookings, and it is a little bit different from a college perspective compared to a visitor perspective.
right.
At Visit Brookings, where I was appealing to the visitor. But in the way we look at it is that Brookings really comes alive in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's just a different perspective on if you're a student. Yeah, you probably think there's not a lot going on because you're used to doing the college activities and everything on campus. But the community, that's when you start seeing people coming out. And if you're talking about downtown, you're seeing people sitting outside in the fantastic patio areas
so
and
nice.
Enjoying a brew or playing, whatever sports are going
the
on
Wild
downtown.
Hair is bean bags.
Yeah. And I know they have volleyball, but I can't remember if that starts in the summer or the fall.
I think in the summer.
Yeah. So there's just there are so many outdoor things that you can do downtown, and of course, you can enjoy things like SDSU ice cream.
Oh yeah,
at the Dairy Bar all year round. But when you're eating it in the summer, that's just that summertime feel. So there's so much going on in the Brookings community all summer long.
Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head, Laura. As Brookings locals, it really is so much more of a chill vibe, in the summer. And I think that's something that college students crave, getting out of the hustle and bustle, maybe from classes and stuff like that. You really can enjoy yourself downtown or in Brookings during the summer. What are some other examples of things that go on throughout the year or places where students can visit, Laura?
One of the things that we encourage them to do, if they haven't already, is we have something called the Brookings Grade 8 Passport. And that's a really fantastic way to kind of relook at the community or revisit some of those things that we have in our own backyard that are truly fantastic facilities. There are 8 that we highlight. Of course, that doesn't cover all the great things to do in Brookings, but it's things like, now, of course, let me rattle them off.
I know.
On the spot. But McCrory Gardens.
Yes.
What a fantastic time to get out and really enjoy all that there is at McCrory Gardens, because summer is the time where the flowers are blooming and it's so gorgeous there. So that's one stop on the Grade 8 Passport. Of course, we also have things like the South Dakota Art Museum and the South Dakota Agriculture Heritage Museum, which were on campus, but the students may not necessarily go there all the time. And the Ag Heritage Museum is always fun during the summer because on certain days, I don't know if they're going to go back to Wednesdays, but they have food truck coming out once a month.
I did that a ton last summer.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and you can go and there's different food trucks and you can go in and take a look at some of the things going on. Of course, the SDSU Dairy Bar, we mentioned that. That's another one of our grade 8 passport items. But once you get out in the community a little bit more, the Children's Museum, even though college students are probably less likely to get too excited about going to the Children's Museum.
It is fun, though.
It is fun. And you got to think about it in terms of, okay, the next big stop after you get done with college and get your first job is you start thinking about where did you want to live and where you want to start a family and where you want to start thinking about having kids. And granted, that might be a big leap for some of the university students who are just enjoying their singleness right now. But if you've got an afternoon to kill, I guarantee. I mean, I'm way past my college years, and I still love going and taking a look and doing all the fun hands-on things there. So that one is another grade 8 passport. We also have the Brookings Outdoor Adventure Center.
Yes.
So, or Brookings County Outdoor Adventure Center. If you're into archery or a gun range, those facilities are there. Now, how many did I say so far? Has anyone been counting?
I was watching you count your
Okay,
fingers.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember what number I'm on. But okay, but stop down in our office or any of the locations. Oh, Nick's, of course. Nick's is also on the list.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Popular place amongst college kids.
Absolutely. Summer, winter, fall. Nick's is timeless year-round. So that's another one. I can't remember if I've said all 8 of them, but the good thing to know is you can stop down at our office or any of those locations that I mentioned, and you can get the passport. You go around it actually is a passport. You go around all the different places. You can get it stamped. When you get it done, you can turn it in, and then we do a drawing for $25. So it's cool. Can be a fun day activity, and you can earn a little bit of money doing it as well. So people really seem to enjoy that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One event in the summer that is very popular, especially last summer, we saw record numbers that your building works very hard on is Downtown at Sundown.
Yeah, we're really excited about that this year. Yeah, last year, record numbers, it grew immensely. We're really hoping to see it grow even more this year. But Downtown at Sundown is going to start in July and go through August. So college students should be able to catch that. I mean, obviously, if they're living here. But yeah, so we're going to have different bands. Very excited about the bands that we have coming this year. I can't quite give that information out yet, but it will be coming, and I think people are going to be very excited about it. I've heard some really good things already. We've also got food and drink vendors coming out, hopefully more this year than we have in previous years. This year, I'm also hoping to add a couple of food trucks, which we should have. Rub and Tug food truck has a location downtown now, so if you want to see them there, let them know. But yeah, food trucks, food and drinks, music, obviously. We have a kids area as well with different inflatables. There will be some retail shopping that you can do. Lots of different things going on at Downtown at Sundown. It's a great community event if you're really looking to get plugged into the community and be around those who have been here for years or 5 years or 2 years. This is the event that you're going to want to head to check that out and really help or at least start to get you integrated within the Brookings community. So
yeah, and for some context, this happens right on Main Ave.
It does. We closed down Main Avenue, part of Main Avenue, and then part of 5th Street as well. Each week, 5 weeks, every Thursday evening, starting in July. So dates to be released soon.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, and like Laura was saying, it's just got that different vibe in the summer. I mean, you're literally right on Main Avenue. It just doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, it's really grown a lot too.
Yeah. Yep, it has. Not just in, what we offer. And we actually took it over from Visit Brookings, I believe, just a few years ago. And so, they laid that foundation, and the Chamber's just been able to take that and kind of run with it. So we're really excited about it and seeing where it can go.
Well, as Kaitlyn was talking about Downtown at Sundown, I thought of my number 7.
Oh,
great Brookings grade 8, the Brookings Area Art Council.
Oh gosh, yes.
Fabulous facility. They're always doing great programs. So if you've ever wanted to take a class, they have classes going on.
Tons of
all
classes
year long, and they're so fun. And if you have I unfortunately have not taken the time to take one, but whenever we're putting them on our calendar, I'm like, oh, that looks like so fun too. Photography classes and ceramic,
jewelry
and
making,
watercolor, and just about anything. And Ashley Ragsdale just does a fabulous job at coming up with new ideas. But that also makes me think of the farmers market that's on every Saturday. So that's always going on. Of course, there's the Brookings Arts Festival coming up that July 9th and 10th, which is always a huge event in Brookings. And Swift House Centers looking to add concerts all of the time. So, whether it's just specifically during the summer, but all year round, there are definitely things going on. And I think, the thing that I've always heard from the other communities, I've worked in various smaller communities, usually smaller than Brookings. And the thing that I always heard back then, and I still hear a little bit now, is, well, there's never anything to do. I guarantee that is not the case. No. You just need to know where to look.
Yes.
So I would highly encourage people to interact with Visit Brookings, interact with the Chamber of Commerce. You go to our website, www.visitbrookingsSD.com. You can check out our calendar of events, plus all kinds of things to do. We even put together different itineraries. If you're stuck and don't know exactly what it is you want to do, search our itineraries. We're adding new itineraries all the time. This gives me an idea. Maybe we need to do an itinerary just for college students, and we would love for people to say, hey, this is what I would do if I was experiencing Brookings in the summer from a college perspective. So, send us your ideas, but also follow us on Facebook and all of those different things. Our calendar of events, we try and plug in as many of those as we can. So if we know about it, we're trying to get the word out. But the Chamber is also a great resource for things going on in the community.
Yeah, and I'll say Visit Brookings and the Chamber, we really focus on two different areas, right? So if you're looking for things to do and entertainment and whatnot, Visit Brookings is awesome. For us, it's more about if you really want to get connected with other local businesses or even professionals in the area. I know a lot of students are looking to do that. I mean, you never know who you could meet that could be your next employer or anything like that. So people can head to our website, brookingschamber.org, and take a look at our events, which are two completely different things from Visit Brookings. So I think that's really cool. You've got two resources right here in the palm of your hands. You just have to know where to look, like Laura said.
Exactly. And you both have great social media accounts as well, too, where people can follow. Facebook, Instagram. Yeah. Well, thank you, Kaitlyn and Laura, so much for being here today to speak to college students a little bit about what there is to do in Brookings, not only during the summer, but all year round. This is Between Classes. Thanks for listening.